We're back on the Page Publishing Book Club. I'm Alice Stockton Rossini. J.R. Warnet lives on the Jersey Shore in Toms River, and he's a janitor, which explains the name of his book, The Day I Cleaned My Last Toilet. J.R. has been writing all of his life and often finds himself writing when he's under a lot of stress, like in 2012 when he was diagnosed with MS. He says it was the best medicine he ever had.
When I started writing each of these little chapters, I didn't plan to write a book. I had just kind of wanted to put something out there to kind of help me with my stress, kind of help me relieve that what was going on in my life. A lot of times musicians will write or perform music, or even artists will just kind of paint or draw. Well, this was my way to vent. So I kind of started rolling with it. I would say about 2 years ago, I got serious to try to finish, and I actually had finished it. And I said, you know what, I have to try to publish it, because if I don't, it's never going to see the light of day. Maybe my story would try to help somebody else who was in this similar situation. That's how it evolved to an actual book, because I never started to write it as a book. The actual title, The Day I Cleaned My Last Toilet, is kind of like a reverie. It's the day I actually physically retire, which is probably not for a long time, but the day I retire and I don't have to do this anymore, that's going to be my glorious moment. But it was something that I had a job through college, and it was good with the hours because I had to work evenings. So it just kind of stuck. And then when I came out of college, when I finally graduated with a bachelor's in creative writing, there were no jobs. Right. And there's still no jobs.
So you stayed a janitor.
Unfortunately, things happen. I'm at the point now where it's, with my medical condition, it's under control. I take medicine every day and so forth. But it kind of woke me up. Yeah. And it was one of the greatest and worst things that ever happened to me, because it taught me to wake up. But I'm doing book signings now pretty much every other weekend. Last weekend, I actually just had a book signing at a Barnes & Noble, and I actually have one coming up this weekend in Morristown, New Jersey.
So how are you doing that?
It's pretty much, it's not a cold call. It's you send out emails, you contact them, say, I have a new book that came out, local to the area. Do you have any local author meet and greets coming up? So, and a lot of them are Barnes & Noble reading, which is good, because that's, I grew up in Barnes & Nobles.
So Barnes & Noble in New Jersey is embracing you. That's good to know, because Barnes & Noble doesn't embrace every author in every part of the country. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So you're lucky. Tough. Yeah.
Because I've been published in over 30 newspapers and magazines. So I've been writing steadily for years, but this is my first actual fiction book of satire, because it's something that I wanted to write for me.
So this is a funny book?
It's got a dark sense of humor, I must warn you. There's a lot of adult language. There's a lot of situations in the book that if you don't work for the public school systems, you may not get it. But a lot of times, I'd say about 90% what's in this book are what people are going to experience at a regular job. These are the situations, and characters could be anywhere. It doesn't matter if they push a broom. It's satire. It's funny. It's not poking fun so much as it's bringing things to light. A lot of the characters that I have in this book I'm telling other people's stories as well. A lot of people that I worked with years ago, a lot of them never got to tell their story, because nobody talks to the janitor. People don't come up and just ask me my name. So I wanted to say, this is my name and this is my story, and not for nothing, but these are the other stories that matter as well. Each chapter is a standalone chapter. So some of them continue. Some of them don't have anything else to do with the rest of the book.
Okay.
So each chapter is kind of like a little vignette.
And you believe that humor gets you through your darkest days?
Absolutely, 100%.